And welcome to another video with me. It's been a little while, a few weeks. Bit of an update. It's almost been a month, and it's been a while because one, I don't want to overproduce. I've not had a lot of time. Chief reason is I've actually not had a bad time. It's been going very well. Things have stabilised. Not that they were ever that rocky, but I'm in a pretty good routine. Things have improved, and just to the extent that I've actually not had much to complain about. And I kind of thought I'm probably at my best when I'm a little bit miserable and angry about something. And actually, recent weeks have been pretty good. But overdue for a new video. Here it is, and behold my newly acquired bedding. So sleep's been a lot better recently. Temperature, now that it's way into the first week of December, pretty cold. I mean, I can't give you facts, but it feels like very low degrees Celsius. It's not much above freezing. It feels like it's freezing, but I'm not. The ground hasn't frozen over. It's just genuinely not freezing, literally. But yeah, it's all going well. I've received my Christmas packages. Excellent stuff. Christmas plans pretty loose at the moment. It's quite ambiguous as to whether quite when we break up and when we actually have free time, given that the Japanese don't celebrate Christmas in the same way. Weirdly enough, they sort of get into the gimmicky stuff. So there's a Father Christmas hat on sale, and various novelty sort of gift items and stuff like that. And you go into local supermarkets and they have Christmas music playing, albeit a terrible rendition of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, something like that. But practically speaking, I think we might get the day off, but Christmas Eve I might have a lesson, for example. So Christmas, as I know it, won't quite be the same, but I will improvise. Trip to Tokyo on the cards, but it's expensive, etc. So we'll come to that nearer the time. Certainly worthwhile though, and I am in a reasonable frame of mind to spend money because I think I've just acclimatised, and I have to accept expenses are sometimes mandatory. And I now appreciate that, for example, my living quarters, as it were, it's actually pretty cheap, even by English standards. So I'm actually on a pretty good deal, and I should free myself up a bit, spend a little bit more casually. Stop being so tight. So I've been stepping that up. Got a rice cooker now, so yeah, meals are plenty, really, pretty good. So yeah, that's improved, and given that it's cold as well, got to treat yourself every once in a while. So that's genuinely good. Yeah, good spirit going around still. Oh, but on the topic of my living quarters, rumours had been going around for a little while, but I got a letter through a post a little over a week ago, rather ignored it, and then I panicked the other day. And now I've settled down into less of a panic. I still have to return the thing sent to me in the post, and it's a letter confirming that sometime next year, sometime in April next year, my current living quarters, I'm on the fourth floor of fourth and fifth floors. Everybody living on those floors will be relocated somehow, somewhere. I'm living in the cheapest place possible around, I imagine by quite some distance to the next cheapest as well. And as such, I can't really... I'm in a position where I can't really afford anything more expensive. I'm a stranger to this country anyway, so trying to find anything private is just a no-go. I'm settled here now. I have bedding, I'm invested. such things as internet I've subscribed for a year, so stuff like that is problematic. There are options, of course, but moving, for example, to a lower floor, such as 3, are there any vacancies on floor 3? I don't know. Basically, a lot of us will have to find somewhere to go, and not everyone can go in the same place, so they'll have to find somewhere for us to go. It's a few months off, but then in the next week or so I've got to reply and let them know of my preferences regarding the situation, and of course I'd rather just stay where I am and have the least amount of disturbance as possible. Bright side is being an extension. I mean, I think we're all extensions here, but I'm sure, hopefully, I signed up for this place, so if anything goes awry and I'm sort of on the bad end of the decision and I've got nowhere else to go, I'm sure they'll look more favourably on me, and I'll get my English university to have a go at the people here. I don't know, but it's out of my hands at the moment. So that's something to deal with later. And so that's not brilliant, but most other things are. Lessons are reasonable. My attendance has improved. Going to Spa World last week, pretty expensive. Missed a day of school, so back on track after that. Very good day though. Water slides, excellent work. Yeah, I mean, I think we all called it sort of a detox, but it genuinely was. That's of course ruined immediately, but yeah, classes are pretty good. Although this morning was prime example of something that's been happening for a while, and that is the teaching style seems to be across the board in every single class. We'll run through a series of exercises as per usual. But but bearing in mind, I sit in the exact same place every single class. I sit 4 rows back from the second row near the window, towards the back but not quite, penultimate seat, and it's a good place. I think that's something sort of in everyone's nature. They get a familiar seat in each class, and that's where they sit thereafter. There's no discussion about it. So I sit in exactly the same place, and each time we'll start snaking from left to right throughout the class, and you know exactly which order you are, and you can just doze off for 20 minutes, and you know that your turn is maybe in 4 questions time. You prepare for that question, and there's nothing to really keep you on your toes. The Manchester style of teaching is quick fire. You look like you're bored. Answer the question now. So I think, and in that situation, you have to prepare at least something for each possible situation. So it's a bit of a flaw. And the classes on the whole are a little bit dull from time to time. They're taught entirely in Japanese, so they're not always completely engaging. Some work's hard, some work's difficult. So some work's easy, rather. So good on the whole. Tests have been going quite well. I thought I was doing quite well. I'm around where I need to be, as per passing. So that's okay, and I'm not too worried. Personally, I think I'm doing okay, but I think the pass mark's quite ambitious. Be that as it may, though, a lot of people are absolutely thrashing these tests, so maybe they are easier than I perhaps thought originally. Today's been pretty good. Today's been excellent because got through the first class without being too bored. Lunch was good, lots of fun, had some decent food, and really pretty good. The plan had originally been finish the day and go and see the illuminations around here. I'm not quite sure if it's specific to my city or even area, geographically, but this time of year, it's very much autumn, as a special sort of festival type day for the next couple of days, people are putting lights around the house, and I don't know the full extent of it. But essentially, the plan was, let's go and see that. Let's go and see some culture. Let's explore the scene. To burn some time, given that the best way to see lights is in the dark, we went to karaoke first. Pretty good. Third time I've been. I'm experienced now, bit of a veteran. Got in there early, thought about my song in advance. Now, they didn't have a few things I wanted because I thought, I'll represent Manchester, I'll sing some Manchester songs. No, not on their library, apparently. So, I didn't think they were that obscure either, but no Oasis. But be that as it may, I found some Def Leppard. No sugar was poured, but I tried. Absolutely murdered it, actually, but pretty good experience. I got a decent go, and it wasn't too expensive. Got some groceries on the way back. Pretty good night. So yeah, pretty good day. And after a pretty damn good afternoon as well. It was speech day. It's pretty much speech day every Tuesday. I did my speech about a month ago. I talked about the car manufacturing company Ferrari. I linked it in with Formula One. It wasn't a brilliant speech, but I got through it. And yeah, it wasn't too inspiring, but I didn't really make any mistakes. A little brief, but fulfilled the requirements, and I moved on. But today, quite a different situation. They invited an entirely different group into the class to spectate on another round of speeches. Fortunately, got mine out of the way, and just hideous. And after speeches were over, questions were asked. Pretty awful. Pretty intense. Pressure. I don't know if it counts a whole lot towards the overall grade. Not overly concerned. It's an easier class than my regular classes. But yeah, Japanese. I'm reaching a point where I feel like I'm learning less and less each day. In my private time, I'm speaking entirely in English, like this. I'm indulging in English media when I get back. Yeah, outside of classes, I really do, beyond the required homework and such. No, I think a whole lot of Japanese. I don't feel particularly fluent. I'm not, but I really don't even feel like I'm on the path. But there's a long way to go, and it's nearly Christmas, and nearly some free time. So pretty good.